Hey, how's it going? It's Grant
And Shelby.
with the Garden of Eater, and today we're going over our goals for 2026. 2025 was quite a year. I think in the past we've gone over our goals and what we achieved and what we didn't. Um, 2025 had more curveballs than any other year for us, I think. So we're going to go ahead and just ignore what last year's goals were and set our eyes forward and worry about 2026. I've got all my goals written down. I think Shelby's working on hers or finished with hers. Um, but we wanted to give everybody a big shout out because we have hit 70,000 right before the new year subscribers on the channel. And I think the first goal for us should be to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. We wanted to get a video out every week. I think we're already down 1 week and weren't able to get a video out. But I think we'll make up for some of the videos. Let's just try to change that from get one video out a week to average one video a week or 4 videos a month, maybe. What?
This is nothing on your list. This
No.
is all on my list, and you're literally talking about it.
Oh,
You're making me mad.
you could have just said that.
Like,
Shelby, we'll
you're
talk
gonna
about
do
that
that?
more later. Do you want to start with your list?
No.
No? All right.
Welcome
So-
in Garcia and Jesse and Toop Dog and Mike.
And then, Mike, I did see your message, and yeah, we could bring that along with us to the Pasco meeting on Saturday for you.
You better write that down.
I know I didn't respond to it because I
Just
didn't
put
want
it
the
on the
email
door
to
or
disappear.
something.
I'll remember it. But I have my goals kind of separated out into two different categories. Outside, there's a lot for us to do, especially now that we've gone through the numbers of last year and we've figured out we've definitely got to do more if we're going to keep this as both of our full-time jobs for this year. We've got to do more. And one of the things we've never really been able to meet the demand for is wholesale shrimp. So getting the IBC totes set up and running with shrimp on the other side of the house is a must and a priority. It's going at the top of my list for 2026. I've been talking about rerouting the wastewater from our RO water to the bins outside. And this has kind of been difficult with last year and the water pressure issues. That was probably the biggest, like, I almost like second guessed myself with last year giving us the most curveballs and everything because we did have the whole insurance thing. But the insurance thing was over in 2 months. We were struggling water pressure last year for 9 months before we were able to figure it out and get to a point where it's still not even with a booster pump right now, we're not even getting like 150 gallons a day or every other day. I don't know exactly where we're at right now, but we definitely need to get move in with something outside. So I'm going to hook up the lines. We get a lot more wastewater than we do RO water. And that's going to be dripped out into the IBC totes going down the right side of our house. I think there's another 25 or 30 of them. I can't remember the number. But I'm going to make some type of overflow system where the shrimp aren't going to fall out and get away, and it'll keep everything moving pretty much consistently. The only time we really turn off the RO water is when we go away on shows. Go to talks and stuff like that. If we leave the house overnight, we turn off the RO water. I don't want to have to worry about floods or anything like that, leaks or something, and it'd be a lot worse because we were gone for multiple days. I need to get a habit of like just turning the water off to the entire house so we don't come home to a flooded room like Jaden's room when we did the Triple Crown.
Yeah, that was crazy. Hello, Richard, Anna, Craig, Jay Oliver, how you doing? Bugsy, Malcolm Reynolds, S.C. Catafulas, Jonathan, Turner Family Aquatics, Mississippi Hippie, CR Fish, Johnny Best, Larry D, and Kelly.
Can you mute the
And
mic
Justin.
real quick?
My mic?
All the mics. Just need them. Good. All right, sorry. I realized I forgot one thing before we got onto the live stream, so I had to summon the boy.
And where was it? I already forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, I saw Johnny Best got his shrimp mint on Saturday.
Shrimp mint.
We threw in a bunch of extra goodies for you. And then I see Larry D.
That's what it was.
Larry, we got you a little something. It's nothing big, but I saw it and I thought of you immediately. So if you could email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com so I can get your email or shipping address so we can send you out a little something. Thank you so much. During the holidays, drop in $150 donation. We just saw this and it screams Larry D. So we went ahead and grabbed it, and I want to send it your way. All right. So getting the IBC totes is the priority for me outside.
Thank you.
Off of the IBC totes, I want to do like Dero worms and black worms and Daphnia and other things that I think I can implement into the drip system that could utilize the dirty water that's coming out. And like all of the feeder animals and stuff like that would do really well. And then keeping like Dero worms clean and not in the house, I think would make Shelby really happy, because when I was getting them to reproduce slowly on snowflake food, it ended up making a big mess and they weren't reproducing enough. I finally converted over to oatmeal and they bred like crazy. However, they do stink and they do require water changes if I'm going to be feeding them and breeding them out like that. So I'd rather just do them outside. So I'm going to maintain a slow colony inside the house, and then as soon as it warms up outside, I'm going to put them on a drip system with the Neos on that side of the house with the IBC totes. I saw Harley from PMW Customs in here. How you doing? Hope you had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. I do need to get with you. There's a couple of things we got to talk about and get figured out here soon. I don't know why I keep
Frogs Fish and More. And Turner Family said my red steel's finally bred. Congratulations.
Very
It's super exciting when you have Caridina breed. I know. I still get excited every time I have them breed.
There's the smallest red crystal babies on the glass, and it gives you that nostalgia feeling, and it's a little warm feeling in your stomach from breeding.
Welcome in, Monster Fish Gal and Zach.
All right. We've also got like 3 tubs of Neos in the greenhouse that need to be reset. They're like our oldest tubs, and they're just really full of mulm and broken down aqua soil that shouldn't have been there in the first place, and a bunch of different things. So when we set up the IBC totes on the other side of the house, once those are cycled and ready for shrimp, I'll be tearing down the oldest tubs in the greenhouse. I'll be gutting those out, but the shrimp will be used for the other ones to start those new colonies. I'm hoping I can start like 2 or 3 new colonies of tubs out of each one of the bins out of the old greenhouse. And then I'll probably use those tubs for new turtle habitats. We've got a couple of turtles inside the house. Didn't want to put them outside until they got a little bit of size. This winter will be their last winter inside, and then they'll go outside now that they've gotten a decent amount of growth to them. So, and we'll put on some more size throughout this spring and summer before they hit next winter. But the higher cut IBC totes make for fantastic turtle tubs. The lower ones, I think there's too much risk of them escaping and something getting inside of them. So I'm really looking forward to using the old Neo tubs for turtles, and then we've really done well with the Rubbermaid or the Tough Stuff kind of pond liner tubs. And we're going to go ahead and get more of those for the rest of the greenhouse, kind of make it all uniform. But it really does make our life a lot easier. Not have to worry about substrate, not have to worry about the walls changing the color of the shrimp. They all look fantastic in those black tubs without the substrate. So in basically all one fell swoop motion should start that chain of events for those three things. We've got a whole bunch of immersed plants that are growing outside, and there's just all different kinds of plants scattered throughout the place. And I kind of did that to feel out what would grow well in what areas. And the Neocaridina, not Neocaridina, the Anubias, for instance, does really well without very little sunlight, and can go into like the most shaded of areas that we have in the back house. And the swords can do really, really well in full sun. A lot of the stem plants do well in full sun. So we're going to be moving some of the things around, getting them more grouped up, so it makes it easier to harvest some plants moving forward next year. We did do a couple of shows this year where like all the swords and crypts almost came from just outside from plants we grew over the year. So not really going to be setting up any more tubs or anything. I'm just going to get that kind of more organized and focused on so we can get that running. I'm also going to route a nozzle for a water hose to go onto the pool pump system, so that way I can start watering some of those plants outside of the greenhouse and get those full of nutrients from the koi and turtles. And then I also want to install a hand washing station outside. Right now, I'm kind of just using the faucet with a bottle of soap outside, and I get my socks wet, I get my shoes wet. But we were actually at Lucas Brett's house last night for his son's birthday party, and I was talking with Lucas. He wants to install a hand washing station, and I was like, oh man, we got a new one for the garage, and I wanted to use the old one for outside, but it was just rusted and not good for anything. So I just forgot about doing it. We need to get it done. So probably after our first show, I'll put some money into getting a hand wash station, but I'm going to get like a black hose or a really long hose that I can line at least like maybe on top of the IBC totes, but get it exposed to the sun. So that way, when I turn on the water and I wash my hands, it runs through that Florida heat, and I get some hot water to clean my hands. And, you know, in between jobs, it should recharge. So that way I should have access to hot water. And then if I ever need cool water, you just let the hose run for 3 or 4 seconds, up to a minute tops, and it'll be back to nice cool water. Out of our tap water, it's pretty cold. It's not warm at all.
Fields to Garden said, have y'all seen the Husky bins at Home Depot? 170 gallons for $99. They're actually pretty nice for ponds. And I saw that Jesse talked about this, was at the Clash. They had these, and they're really cool. And I do agree. I think that they're really good for like indoor or undercover. I necessarily wouldn't use them if we had them out in the Florida sun, because I do think that they would sun rot really fast compared to the Rubbermaid. The Rubbermaids are so much thicker that they're just able to
They're
last
meant for
a
like
lot
cow
longer.
troughs and stuff like that, and to withstand horses and
But
bulls. And
if we had shade and like a nice like screened in porch or something, absolutely, they're really good value for what they are, and I think that they would do really well for a lot of people, even temporary ponds for some people.
yeah, and I
Or
don't
baby turtles.
I don't know if it's necessarily worth the risk, because for the 180 gallon and the 160 gallon, it's like $40 more, $60 more. But it's not to say that I wouldn't be able to or be willing to like try one of them outside and see how they hold up, because the IBC totes are cheaper than that and more gallons. But they're starting to get brittle and break down, and that's kind of the reason why we're staying with the tough stuff. As long as they're inside the greenhouse, we don't have to worry about dragonflies. I think that's our move over anything else. But it would be nice if they did last. But anything that we're setting up, I want it to last for a while. I don't want to have to replace anything anytime soon.
Welcome in, Big Steve.
Big shrimping. You guys gotta get that right. Also, I want to reset a bunch of the ponds that we have for just plants. I've got some rice fish in those and whatnot, but there's some Cladophora issues, and it's a lot of it from buying plants from the nursery. Some of it's from the frog parties that happen every time it rains here in Florida. They jump from pond to pond, and it brings in nasty things from the pond down the road. It'll be interesting though to see how that pond, the retention pond, drains and holds up. Maybe it won't hold up water, and we won't have issues with
frogs.
The wildlife kind of breeding and
usually
lasting
you can hear
long
it at
down
the
there.
retention pond. Welcome in, Laura.
But
Frog herpes. Pretty much.
We've got ways to reset the ponds. I'm probably going to use some of my old chlorine tablets and just totally fill the ponds up. Take all the plants and fish out first, of course. Some of the ponds have aqua soil. I think I'm going to completely gut them and go back to some of the actual like potted plants, and trying those out. And then being able to treat those individually if they get Cladophora or something like that, and doing like guppy grass and whatnot in some of them. That's some of our best seller, and we kind of sold out of it a lot last year. It just didn't really grow as much as it usually does for us. We only sell guppy grass that is algae free, and not having any issues in those ponds at all. So resetting some of the ponds and adding some of the guppy grass that we have in the tanks inside is going to really help out and do wonders for those. So outside, that's all I have on my goals. And Shelby says fix the shade shales. Shade sails. They go down every single like really bad.
We have to learn how to install them properly.
Or no,
there's a proper way to do it. It's more expensive, and it's going to be a pain. But there's like there's a way that they're installed that they don't.
My problem is then they're a pain to take down every single time we have a storm, and we didn't have any hurricanes last year. But I need to just go ahead and go to the store, buy all new zip ties so the old zip ties stop breaking. So I now have a color like process where we use the clear zip ties, and those are the older ones, and I'm replacing all of those with the black zip ties for the last few months. So
I feel like me and Laura would get along really well. That's too good. Go on.
Lucas also loves his Cladophora. And
into paper. No. That's cool.
Yeah.
I have to see that because I want to do that now. I don't want to touch it.
Not in my house, you ain't doing that. You're going to turn Cladophora spores all over the place.
Yeah, it's going to make
with
it
your
worse.
artwork. No. How's it going, Nano Aquarium?
Welcome in.
So inside the house, I have my main goal is to have a constant RO flow while we're home. I mentioned we don't run it when we're gone, but while we're home, I want to be constantly keeping up with water changes. If I run the water straight, every like 2 to 3 days, I can do about 36 tanks. It's not nearly as much as I needed to do or want to do, but it's a lot more than I was able to do last year throughout the year. There's some tanks in the house that only got 2 water changes last year, once like before Diana Wallstead got here and once before Benny Tay got here. And I had to start those months before they even got here just to get those set up and enough water for them. So this year, I'm going to keep that running the entire time, keep up with the water changes so that way we've got a lot more breeding throughout the year of our Caridina. If you walk through the house now compared to when Benny Tay came over, there's so many more shrimp because just about every tank in the house has gotten 2 or 3 water changes since he's left here, except for Jaden's room, which I just now got to. So there's like 5 more tanks in his room that need to be finished. So that's my main goal for inside the house. Then I want to feed more of the brine shrimp. We've got a little decent fish collection going between Shelby's Godeids, the rainbow fish, the puffer, some tetras, lots of guppies and endlers, Shelby's killies and bettas. So I've been doing pretty well with keeping up with some of the brine shrimp, but I want to get another brine shrimp hatchery and start feeding every single day at least with the brine shrimp, and then sometimes twice a day with certain tanks. So I really want to go ahead and just feed the entire house more as a whole. That's one of the things I'm a little bit lazy on. The shrimp can go so long without eating, but they breed a lot more. They grow a lot quicker if they do have access to regular food added into the aquariums. A good variety of foods, mixing it up. That's what I plan to do, and just get the entire house basically whipped back into shape. Last year, it was focused on the family, focused on the baby, and I'm not going to just put the family to the side or anything like that, but if you knew what was going on last year and whatnot, we're in a better spot now. So a lot less work for us moving forward. Why did you say that?
A lot better.
I don't want to have to
This
explain
year
everything.
has already smacked us in the face, but it is positively getting better day by day. But the first couple of days was just like, sit back down.
Listen, when it
like you're like new year, new me, and then just get hit by like a car.
Yeah, when it came to Thea, our dog, it was a lot more work throughout the year. We thought we were going to lose her after Dallas Aquashella, and she lasted until after the Keystone Clash.
Yeah,
so
we weren't getting into that.
I wasn't trying
Get to the
and
next
then you
thing.
made it weird, and I was like, I feel like I got to say something. So the Cladophora and blue-green algae is present in the house, and I know I've made this a goal before, but
Clearly.
Looking around the house, there's the least amount of Cladophora. There's a lot of dead Cladophora of work that I've gone through, and really just taking care of as much as I could at that last bit of the year. So I felt like the whole year wasn't a waste. And we figured out last year the Maricin will get rid of the blue-green algae. I've got more of the Maricin on the way, and then I'll start going through the entire house and getting rid of all of that. The blue-green algae is going to be a piece of cake to get rid of. It did come back in one of our tanks, but again, that's the pufferfish tank. We're overfeeding it. It's just gonna happen if you overfeed tanks, I believe. So a lot of the tanks though that have blue-green algae are not getting overfed. They just need to be taken care of. The Cladophora though is another animal all on its own. It spores. It could come back with adding plants from the nurseries or getting new plants from shows and stuff like that. So I think we're going to be fighting that. But if I can get the Cladophora down to just 1 or 2 tanks by the end of the year, I'd be really happy. But I think it's possible to get it down to 0 tanks and just have like a quarantine tank maybe in the garage or something for when we get new plants in from the nursery.
Anna Banana says, in beekeeping, we mark the queens with color that represents the year of the queen. Maybe you could do the same for your zip ties. I don't know what you were marking. We used to have zip ties marked on our bins outside, but they fade in the sun. But what were you marking zip ties?
No. So all of the old zip ties are clear,
Oh, yeah.
and all the new zip ties that are replacing, I found black ones. So I was like, well, this will make it a lot easier for me. What is going
You
on?
got water in your mustache.
I'm sorry. I'm growing out
I'm watching
the
you
beard and the
again.
mustache.
You gotta
I've-
trim it.
I've got this week, and it'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
it'll be
Okay.
trimmed.
I
So
remember now.
the goal is you've got to get
Sorry.
rid of the Christmas tree before that
I'm
too.
trying
So
to hold on to every little last bit of the
I
holidays
know,
as
but
I
the
can.
Christmas decorations outside are done.
I know.
Let's get the ones
Because I didn't want to
inside
look
done.
unnormal to everybody else, but no one sees it inside.
But yeah, I got to get something down for the sales, or just stay on top of them a little bit better.
Richard said, Grant, call me tomorrow. I've got brine shrimp hatcheries for you.
Oh, I was actually planning on calling you tomorrow. I need to figure, not
Probably
tomorrow
doing
exactly,
down
but
that way.
I need to figure out when or shall be speaking now, of course, for the Gold Coast Club, and they're putting us up in a hotel. And I think it's going to be 2 nights, so I need to figure out if they're putting us up for Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, or I don't know the days that they're going to put us up. But on the way home, if you're up for it, I don't know how you and Cynthia are doing. If you'd be down for a little fish room tour. If not, then when we come and visit with Skipper, it's either up to you.
Oh, shrimp. Okay.
Or whenever you're ready, of course. Richard.
And a banana said, because you're in Florida, instead of brine shrimp, I think moina in a tote and feeding that. My fishes absolutely love getting moina a couple times per week.
Listen,
I think we've tried
I've
that.
killed so many different colonies of Daphnia and Moina and all different things, live feeders. The problem is every time we go away on a trip, the colony crashes, and I'll set up 2 or 3 different ones and it crashes. I've got like green water in a tank, and we don't normally have green water, and that was working really, really well. My problem is that tank's right by the front door, and Shelby absolutely hates that it's green water. So I've got to get that figured out. It's not one of my goals for the year, though. I'm not really taking it that serious because I enjoy the green water. But we do have the ability to do a massive water change before people come over, and it looks good for like 2-3 days before it turns the color of my t-shirt. So
annoying.
I want to make
Justin Clemente. Hope you're doing well.
I want to make a like fish trap with really small mesh that the Daphnia can hang out in that tank.
I'm glad YouTube finally let you fix your name, Larry. PNW said, are we going to see a saltwater PNW shrimp tank this year?
Listen,
oh,
I think you've got a better
you haven't
chance
even talked to him about what I want
of a freshwater roaming reefer tank.
Well, see, Grant, we have really wanted to do that. I think that it would be a great, but I do want a saltwater tank this year. I'm really into the nudes, obviously, the nudibranchs, and I think your lagoon tank is big enough for it. I'm not sure, but that's like one of my biggest goals this year. Not my biggest, but it's there.
Yeah, and if we could breed those
but I
and
love
some
your
of the
tanks.
saltwater shrimp. And I mean, I'm definitely down to set up some saltwater tanks and get them ready for when we get home from our show. Man, where is it at? In Jupiter. It's around Jupiter. Or West Palm. Is it in West Palm?
The reptile show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the beach for a couple days. I'm going to bring home those 4 types of shrimp that I caught last year. And I just want to have the saltwater tank set up this time instead of the saltwater pond outside.
Van Leween honeycomb ice cream right now. How dare you? Grant wants ice cream now, don't you?
I'm getting ice cream tomorrow from my favorite place. So all will begin tomorrow.
Zach said, I've figured out that Brightwell razor can turn Cladophora pink if dosed lightly, trying to make pink paper. It has its own natural bioplastic that acts as a binder to make the paper stronger. Oh, that's cool.
Huh. I mean,
It is hair algae on steroids. It's pretty much hair algae, but instead of like, if you have hair algae, usually specifically comes out and it's more like a slimy string. Cladophora is more like you could braid it. It's very thick. It's almost
it's
like
cotton
yarn.
fibrous.
It's strong.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
hair algae, you can get rid of with water changes, reducing the amount of food you feed and then reducing the amount of light. Cladophora, no matter what you do, all three of those, get rid of all of it. It will still survive in the tank. And then as soon as you return conditions back to normal, the Cladophora will just explode. So,
see, Grant was already supposed to message you about this to figure out if you had one that was available for that specific. I love them so much and I have to have one. I can't decide which one I want because they're all so cute. But the mini pond, you got to remember that for me.
okay.
Are you done with yours? Okay, continue.
You were just raffling up on comments, so all right. Shelby put in no duckweed in the house.
Yeah, that's on your list.
It's been on my list for so much.
3 years, probably.
I've given up on it, but I am going to dedicate.
I just realized they're all in my tanks that I gotta take care
of. I'm going to dedicate the little mini bucket shop vac that we have to trying to suck up some of the duckweed. But
I never used that thing.
Like for the meeting on Saturday, I'm going to go through this tank and I'm going to pull out all of that duckweed. I'm going to go through some of the other tanks and pull out the duckweed for when we go do your talk and start getting rid of it. And then go behind that with the shop vac and do massive water changes on the tanks. And then go behind that day after day after day. We have a little duckweed comb. And I think I can get rid of it one rack at a time, I think is the goal on the duckweed. All right. And then I want to get a bunch of nice Neocaridina breeding tanks throughout the house. I want to have a series of videos where we can start doing species spotlights. And I want to start off with the Neocaridina. I've had this set in my mind for a very long time, and I've got it pretty much exactly how I want to do it, and I don't think I'm going to do it unless it's in this exact order and everything like that. So I'm gonna set up a bunch of, or not set up new tanks. I'm gonna get a line going down this rack here. I don't want to use the tanks that are blocked by any of the 2x4s, so I'm going to be skipping over some of those so I can have full view of the tanks. I might use a fancy piece of wood that I steal from Shelby or some hardscape and make some rock piles. But I want to make it to where I can do species spotlights and just get good film of Neocaridina inside, because they're almost all outside. All of our breeding colonies pretty much are outside. So I want to go ahead and finish making some of these tanks that are inside a lot nicer, so that way we can go ahead and do more videos, more short format videos and stuff like that. And then I want to finish off the aquascapes by the front door. Me and Shelby have been talking about this for a very long time and getting those set up and done. But now that Shelby's in the aquascape studio a lot more, it does make me jealous. Like, I am craving to do an aquascape. It's been way too long since an Aquashella show in my mind now, where I just like, I've got the itch to set up an aquarium. Shelby's doing like 1 or 2 a week sometimes, and I'm over here just going, I've got boxes of rocks that are mine and ideas in my head that I want to do. But I want to get the tanks by the front door looking good. Shelby's got her tanks that she wants to do. I want to set up a proper Dutch tank. We've got a farm like plant holding tank that just needs to go. I'm going to bring as many of those plants to these auctions that are coming up for our club meetings and get rid of those so I can start tuning up some of these tanks. It's a little too late to do that before Jeff Miyoki gets here. But I think Jeff is going to be more impressed with our shrimp breeding efforts and how much we have going on. Jeff has seen us like come out of the ocean like a half a mile out, and then like, who are those crazy people? And we get up on the beach, and Jeff's like, dang it, of course it would be you two. I just see these crazy people all the way out in the ocean, and it was cold, but it was our only day that we were able to go out and enjoy the beach. And it was just funny. Jeff has seen us since like our very first aquascaping trials and tribulations and stuff like that. So
no, since aquatic experience.
yeah.
Richard said I use electric blue crayfish to tackle Cladophora. They love eating it. Tube Dog said last year he told us to use the shop vac to get all the surface duckweed up. Yeah, we got to use that one. We've had it forever, and it's like not one we use anymore, so it'd be easy for aquatics to use. Before I was using it for the car, so but I don't need it for that anymore.
We got a shock for the car.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any new Neos that have different color eyes yet?
We'll have a video on those coming out. I did get a small group. I'm not positive if I have a female, though. That is the only problem. I don't know if I have a breeding group. It might be all males. So I don't know if we'll be breeding them or not, but we will be getting more of them in the future. I just don't want any of the fungus. And there's so many. There's a lot of posts going around right now on Facebook of the green fungus or parasite that's underneath the Neocaridina's going around. So I'm gonna avoid that with all costs.
PNW says set some micros up for me and I'll send right over. Deal. Nice Gills said Nubis is purling in the CO2 tank. Beautiful. Zach said y'all killed it with the aquascapes in 2025. Impressed with how many y'all got done as a family. You.
95% of it is probably Shelby. I don't know. I know I scaped a decent amount for Fluval this year with Global, but Shelby scaped most of the tanks at Super Zoo with me, or most of them by herself. The only one I really did was the 2 tanks at Phillips that were back to back, and then maybe one of the other tanks. I can't remember. Maybe you did all of them. But I did my
50-50
own
on all of them.
I did my own tank. My own tank for California Aquashella, but then we were 50-50 on Jersey and Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dallas is the one.
Dallas.
Yeah.
That one needs to be filled.
So Shelby really killed it. That's why I don't think you were here when I said I was jealous, and I've been getting the itch because I'm watching you do 1 or 2 scapes a week.
I know. He actually sits in the garage we have a nice little stool in there, and he just sits on it and looks at it. Jane, I cannot pronounce that first name for some reason. Saw your scapes made it to Reddit. Strong work. Thank you so much. I recently found that there's like different pages to Reddit. I don't know why I never thought about it like that. And
we tried Reddit once, and they were like, rah, 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 come back when you've got a business license. And I was like, this is way too much. You're doing too much.
There was
Reddit.
Something about when I first posted, it was something about like our YouTube or something, and they didn't like it, that I was like self-promoting or something. And they kicked me off, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I just never thought about it for aquascaping. So I'm glad you were able to see it. I saw there's a lot of people on there. I've been going through a lot. There's a lot of people asking questions.
You had like 14,000 views?
Yeah.
So
that's like normal for like people just scrolling through. Jesse got some orange Amanos in today. They actually look pretty cool. That's ridiculous.
I've seen some photos of some.
That sounds awesome.
There are some Amano shrimp that you're able to breed in captivity that aren't 2-stage, and if you're got some of those, I would actually like to get my hands on some of them. They're not true Amanos, but they'd be cool. They're wild type shrimp. I want to do some live streaming though of the aquascapes that I do set up.
You want more
So
water?
I have water. It's
Okay.
just I don't know why it's so dry. It's leftover from Lucas's house.
This was not. You're crazy.
I want to live stream a bunch of those. And then the only one that I won't be able to live stream is I want to do a online contest tank. So now that the Christmas decorations are down outside, Shelby's got some of the ones inside. I need the Christmas tree stand mainly so that I can put everything up in the attic. I can make room in the garage. I can move some things around, and then I don't know if I'm going to build a stand or reach out to a couple of companies, see if they'll give me a good deal. I'm going to wait before I catch up on a few things. I think before I have the budget for my own new tank and stand, but I want something that I can year after year after year use for one of these online contests. I want like a real nice Starfront tank. Shelby has a really nice tank from Aqua L, but the problem was like we were supposed to set that up for an online contest last year, so there's no way they're going to give us another tank. Unless we do something with that one first. So who knows? Maybe Shelby will scape it a couple of times for Pisces and they offer us another one. But I like the dimensions on that tank. I feel like I could do a big diorama tank with a few extra layers because I'll have the room for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good footprint. It's just a little bit wider than the other ones. So, and then Jesse said, how the heck do you tell the difference between a true Amano and a different Amano? Like,
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
I guess breeding it, trying to get it to breed.
Yeah. If you get them to breed and you've got little mini Amano shrimp and not larvae floating through the water column, then those are the kind. But the true Amanos get much bigger. They're a little bit more aggressive, and I think they devour algae a lot more.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I guess if you think
it?
people want to hear you speak. You're so mean to me. I had to have a zinger every one or two.
Yeah, but you can take it. I can't. I'm about to go cry. This is all over the place now. I wish I wrote this little. You were talking, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I should put that down." I guess the first one on my list really should be upgrading the website. That's a big thing that a lot of people complained about. The photos are not good, and I know we have good photos. Even on our just Facebook, we have some good photos. And this year, I do want to make sure that we have plants on the website. And I mean, we have plants. We just don't put them on the website, and we bring them to the shows, and it just drives me crazy. So hopefully this year we can work together really well and get the plants on the website, and that would help us with sales. Speaking of website, though, because we have hit 70,000, I think that it is time that I work really hard on upgrading our YouTube channel. Just the content to the look of it, the style of it, everything. I think that will help us push forward and keep going, because sometimes when you hit this 70K, then you kind of like stall out, and I'm a little worried about that. So hopefully with that, upgrading it to new videos. I have a couple people we want to ask help for that film really well, and so hopefully we can get them to help us with a cool video for our YouTube page. You need something?
No, I was just thinking if Jimmy can come over and just film the video that I've been growing this beast of a beard out for. If you've seen the difference between blue,
don't talk about it.
Blues and blues. I'm not going to say which blues, so they have to go find it. But it's already I've already done it, so I think I'm going to do it like once a year for a special video. It's going to be a thing.
It's got to be like did you see what happened, and maybe a prize for it or something.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to at least post daily content. I did miss yesterday. Unfortunately, we weren't home, and by the time I did have cell reception and remembered it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when we got back, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Well, we also did actually film a tour video of Lucas Brett's whole facility.
Yeah, so we were at least working.
I lost track of time because normally me and Lucas, we hang out, we start talking about different projects and fish related things and whatnot. And I spent like hours going through filming everything. His fish room is so hot. It's so warm compared to what I'm used to.
74. He's being so
It was
dramatic.
76, not
Okay,
74.
76,
But that was at the thermostat on the coldest part of his place. It gets warmer the further you get to the other side of the wall. And then that little room, I thought I was going to pass out. It was incredibly hot. So I got as much film as I possibly could. Shelby took a bunch of film. Shelby will be putting together, if you haven't seen Justin Just One More Fish's tour, or Greg Sage's tour, or the Bloomfield's tour, Shelby does an amazing job at these tour videos and putting them together. So she's got to work with Lucas now to kind of put together the story to make sure that that's all going to line up with the video. And then that'll be one of the ones that we release here hopefully soon, before the weather warms up. I think that would be a good one to get out.
Maybe. Stephen P said even 74 is unacceptably hot. Yeah,
I'm glad you're on my side because
it's hard.
I felt like I was all alone.
Yeah. No, it was definitely like, especially in some spots, anytime you eat anything like that. Artificial heat for some reason makes us really nauseous, so we never use ours, and it gets cold sometimes.
And I felt so bad because Shelby was watching the baby the whole day while I'm filming in the room, and then she brings me the baby and is like, "Can you please watch the baby?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I just got done filming in this hot, this hot fish room. I need a break." And then I was like, "Oh, you just want to film?" So I tried watching the baby, but Sarah, I think, ended up just making sure the baby didn't tear up the fish room. But
Mike said, I like the enclosure that Lucas Brett did.
I think it's massive.
It's even on the photo and like videos of it, you don't understand how it's huge. What was that noise?
I think he's just breathing.
Oh, it's your dog. I thought it was the baby. I'm like, how is she out? It was massive. And like, I thought when I was walking in, I was like, oh, this is, like a good size. And then like I turned the corner, it's like there's nothing there and it's just a massive space. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize it was this big. And I mean, solid in person.
He's got so much room for so much more bins and racks and tubs for outside. So it'll be cool to see what he does with it all.
Yeah, 77's crazy, Guild. I would probably pass out. Thank you so much, Jesse. I really appreciate that. Welcome. And Mike, new local Austin, lurking. Love to chat. Love the eaters. Thank you. Perfect. And so my goal is first of all, we're still in the first week. Are we not in the first week of the new year?
Technically, but like, yeah.
No, we missed the first week. Oh well. But trying to get out longer videos once a week, like you kind of mentioned earlier. It is a little bit tougher with me trying to balance the baby, the job, and then putting out content. But Grant and me have had whole discussions, and he's filming it the right way now. Not the right way, just an easier way for me to put them together.
And I've got 2 videos that now that the kids are going back to school tomorrow, I'll wrap both of those videos up. I forgot to mention on one of my goals, and I try not to put like weight loss and things, right? I could definitely lose the 55 pounds that I've gained since the baby was born, but I would like to start waking up at a constant schedule like what I used to, and I think I'll just feel a world better just from doing that. The baby's got us on this messed up sleep schedule, and I think it's time to force her onto our sleeping schedule. And I think she's almost there without naps and how much she's eating of actual adult food now. that we can get this cranked out. And starting tomorrow, I'm waking up at 7 in the morning, and I'm going to be miserable, but it's going to give me 5 more hours of sunlight in some days. So
yeah, I'm excited for the time change coming up. I can't stand this. Like, winter makes me sad because of the way at 6 o'clock it's like sundown, and I'm like, all right, cool. My whole day's gone, and like 6 o'clock, I just don't want to do anything. Where the other days, if it's still sun out at 6 o'clock, we're outside, we're playing to like 7:30, 8, and we get a lot more done during those days. These days, it's just so sad because you feel like you got nothing done. Steven said, I have no babies and I make 2 videos per year, so you're doing pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. 5:15 every morning for me works perfect.
see, when I did landscaping, it was like that. Some mornings I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get down to Tampa to cut prisons. So that used to be normal for me. It no longer is.
Speaking of YouTube, I would like to obviously have some more of the shrimp cam available while we're streaming. So those will be more frequently, like every single time. I'm hoping with that being said that it would be more like we can go around and do things and talk about different shrimp, like go maybe into, we won't be able to do Jaden's room because the internet just cuts out, and Layla's is, okay, but I can still put the phone in there and you can see a lot of it. Jaden's room was the last to be updated. That's why that video we posted today of the tank ties was posted. It's all scraped and looks all great. So that will be one of the videos that comes out soon. Thank you so much, Johnny Best, for congratulating us on 70K. We were very shocked. We were not expecting, we were hoping to get it by like the beginning of this year. Did not think it was going to happen before the end of the year.
Hold on. We thought we were going to be able to get 70K at one point in the year.
You don't have your mic on.
They can still hear me. And then we gave up because it all of a sudden died down. But then the winter picked up, and I think it got really cold up north really quickly in the year, and we were able to meet that goal. So yeah, it was really nice. Thank you guys, each and every one of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Harley said I need to get a few of my Fish Room Punks cards signed by you guys soon. Yeah, same goes.
Yeah, I got one for Mike to sign. I got a bunch of cards for quite a few people that are watching tonight. I need to get some big shrimping signatures, of course.
Harley said y'all are killing it. Actually, I have to give props to you and Jenna. It's not so much I was thinking about it, but like I think that you and what?
No, just Lucas yesterday. Harley's mom's got a yacht.
Yeah, that was cool. But you and Jenna have been doing such a good job with your content and your the posts you make and your advertisements for it and your kits, and like very well put together, that I didn't think of it at first, but like you're literally helping me get motivated to do it for us. And I'm like, you guys have been I'm trying to say what, my God, I'm sorry. My whole left side of my face is in so much pain. I don't know what's going on. So I can't even think straight right now.
I'll hit the right side from now on.
You are motivating me to do better for our business, and a very, very inspiring, really, truly, both of you are. And I absolutely love everything that you do. And like our muse, pretty much.
And he goes, she lives on that. Yeah. Shelby said the other day that you and Harley are more, you got more in common than you think, because my parents also lived on a yacht.
Oh yeah, they just sold it.
I think they're in the process of selling it. I don't know where they're at, but my mom broke her ankle and had to have a bunch of surgery done and stuff like that. And I think they decided that the yacht life was not the best at the current time. So I think they're trying to buy a piece of property on the Big Island and sell their yacht.
Zach said it was cool seeing y'all collect with Fritz and Mark. Mark's a really cool guy. Got some Brazilian killies off of him. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff.
Those guys are crazy at Fritz. They're a lot of fun.
Very friendly.
We missed out on collecting with another one of the group, Adam. He isn't with Fritz, he's with Brightwell, but him, Jacob. Why am I missing?
What?
What's the other guy's name?
What guy? What are you talking about? Jimmy?
Fritz, not
Fritz?
Jimmy. Why am I spacing?
Jacob.
I already said Jacob.
Steve. Not Steve. Why are you asking me? I'm the worst person.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm spacing. That is
a big personality.
Yeah.
How can we forget his name right now?
I have no idea.
I guarantee if I pull him up. Oh, I dropped my phone.
That was great.
Tube Dog said, "What kind of pain?" Oh, it's just like a shooting pain. It happens once in a while. I think it's like a tension. I don't know.
But
Inspiration.
anyways,
Yes, thank you, Gibbs.
their characters, and they were all about anything live and wild in Florida. I can't think of his name because I'm trying to say that he had. Oh my God! Thank you. Scott wanted to catch a. That's why I wanted to say it. A snakehead, and I was like, no, it's not Scott. Like it was way too. I was like, not. I'm just thinking the S word. So, Scott's a character though, really into reptiles, and they were down to go basically after any puddle of water. Wasn't scared of the gators or anything like that. It was a lot of fun.
Johnny said, "How do you clean your double sponge filter when the flow is not have a strong water flow?" And I really should do a video on this, honestly. Actually, it might be in one of our maintenance videos.
It is. There is a if you watch one of our like updated room videos or maintenance videos.
Jaden's room specifically. I know I'm in there cleaning it.
Yeah, we've done it before, but basically I take the sponge filter apart.
You?
Yeah, me, because I'm the one that's been doing it lately. So yes, I'm going to say this. You take the sponge filter completely apart. You can slide the elbow off the top. You can pull the chamber off the bottom where you have the little inlet that you attach the airline tube to. And what I do is I put my thumb over that, and then I put the tube into the water hose or the faucet, and I blast that on full blast. No, I don't. I said that totally wrong. I put my finger on one end of the tube so that the outlet is the only way the water can blow out, so it clears out the little airline tubing, and that's where most of the flow is clogged. But I will squeeze out the filters and the hose water also and get those completely cleaned out. Not really worried about killing off all the bacteria and stuff. You all right there?
Yeah. What's up, Benny Tay?
How's it going, Benny?
I appreciate y'all. It's been a big push these last few months trying to continue the growth. Yeah, you guys will grow beautifully. I mean, your content's doing so well. The views are there. I hope you continue to really grow. You're doing killer. You really are like my brother. You guys are like twin flames. It's really weird how much you guys have in common. It's just like worlds apart, living on different sides of the country. Yeah, sometimes it works if you just squeeze the filters, but it really depends if your filters are really clogged. If they're like real moldy, that's all. Hard. They need to be soft in order for them to get the water flow. But most of the time for the double sponge filters, I mean more than 50% of the time, it is just where the airline goes in, gets real clogged and gross and just needs to be blown out.
If your flow is reduced and you have clean water, chances are You don't have to even clean your sponge filters at all. It's just clogged up in the airline tubing. And then if your water is like a little bit foggy, like a bacterial bloom, then what happens with these Caradina tanks is that soil breaks down, and then those dust particles collect up in the filter, and that's when the filters kind of get nice and hard, like Shelby was saying, and they need to be cleaned out, rinsed out, so that they can work with the full amount of surface area like they used to. And then Tube Dog with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. If you got one of those gifted memberships, please email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com. Send us your name and address. We'll send you a all-exclusive holographic TGOE sticker. Harley, are you able to do holographic stickers? I know you said you can make stickers now, but can you make the holographic ones? Because that's what we need. That's got to be our next order that we place, is for more holographic stickers. But you also get a 10% off code to our website, tgoeshrimp.com, which right now, for the next 2 days, is everything on the website is buy 5, get 2 free. And there is a ton of shrimp that are marked down to celebrate the 70,000 subscribers that we got on YouTube, to give back to everybody. I also want to run a little giveaway tonight. So if we can pull up the wheel, I wanted to give that away at the top of the hour, and then we'll give another one at the right before we leave. Shelby's just pulling up the giveaway here real quick before I give you guys the hashtag. That is not us.
There we go. You really updated it. It's throwing me all off.
Yeah, it's there's some nice new features on there. Just give us a second here. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was like even going on about to continue a good story. But Lucas's was fun. The only thing we didn't get to take a look at is his natural lakes that they have on the property. They were really low. I wanted to take a look at the fish on that first pond and didn't get a chance. But thank you so much, Toop Dog, with the 5 gifted subs. That's what I was going on about.
Thank you so much, Toop Dog. Welcome in, Mexicali. Thank you, Jesse, for reminding people to like the stream. I really appreciate it if you take the time to do that.
If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, would appreciate that as well.
Yep, that hashtag TGOE. Matt, the new website is looking awesome. Fish Fam link is really cool.
Yeah, Jenna and Stephen P did a really good job.
You're funny.
So what was the hashtag? Hashtag TGOE?
Yeah,
you said that?
And,
all right.
Yeah, I just said it.
One ear out the other. I apologize. Yeah. We'll be giving away a $25 gift card to our website. That's what that's for. All right, continue with your goals for 2026.
All right. One I'm going to hopefully do within this week. I'm really hoping to, because we do have Jeff coming, and he is an aquascaper. So I really would like to aquascape 2 tanks, particularly in the house. One is one of our fluval shaker tanks. We've had it just as a, we just kind of throw some fish in there and some plants in there from the shows, and it's just kind of sat there. It's a very tall tank, so it's a little bit different to aquascape. So I do like the challenge on that one. Grant is more than welcome to do it if he wants to instead. But
I've got my hands full. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get rid of all the dead Cladophora in the house, so there isn't like just little white clouds of moss.
I like them. They look eerie. Yeah, obviously the 10 gallons on my list this week, but that one, and then I have like a small little Fluval Flex. I just kind of want to clean it up. Should be real easy, nothing too fancy. But with that being said, I have 2 other tanks that I really want to get done this year and enter to an online contest. I've been talking about these for 2 years now, and I'm fully ready for them. I'm ready to get them started. I already got the livestock ready for one of them. They're breeding out, so we need room. We need the other tank set up, and it will be unfortunately one I won't be able to show, but once the contest is done, then I'll be able to show it. I don't care if it even wins. I'm just super excited to set it up in the first place. And then the other one I've been talking about probably for 3 years for the IAPLC, and I might change my mind on the direction I was going. But I definitely want 2 online contests to be entered into this year. I don't care if I place, it's just getting that, once you get in the door, then you kind of get that need to do more. Want to help Grant feed more of the house. I was doing it a lot when I was pregnant, and then after the baby came, I just kind of dropped off and haven't been able to help him out. So being able to do that again will be nice.
We used to do like
more efficient.
You do half the house, I'll do half the house, and it turns an hour and 45 minutes into about 50 minutes, which is really nice. And it gives us more time to spend with each other too. So
maybe not. All right, scratch that one off. I'm just kidding. So, and I definitely want to get Grant on this too. I want to put a nice photo out a week. It's not. I want these to be more of a professional photo than just like a photo of a shrimp.
I do a shrimp of the week.
Yes.
Oh.
So I do want it like Shrimpy Sunday or Shrimpy Saturday, but it does need to be done once a week. I've been wanting this for a long time. So then in the future, we'll be able to do posters. We'll be able to do calendars and different things like that. I think people would like stuff like that, hopefully. And
Should
then
we do
eventually,
a quilt blanket?
I could do a quilt. And I think the bigger thing is the book. I definitely want to get a book written out. I know that we have AI and all this, Google and things like that, but I think that books are just something that people like to collect still, even if it's a magazine instead of a book. And speaking of those photos, would also come in handy when I want to force Grant to start helping me write for magazines about shrimp and certain things on how to help people breed shrimp.
I do want to do the article for AGA. That would be nice.
So it would be really nice to be able to do that. And if we do a photo a week, how easy is it going to be to plug and play those really nice photos into magazines? So hopefully that will be better. Another big goal will be to fill my entire shrimp room, all the tanks. That I'm hoping by the end of the year, I have all those tanks. Whether I have to reset them or anything, I want them filled. I want the breeding to do better. With that being said, I want my nano tanks that are in there to also be scaped and ready to go and breeding. I was going to do Killi's fish, but I don't feel like putting lids on them. So I'm probably just going to I still got to put lids.
We got to put lids on them. The splashing was way too bad in just the one tank that we set up. And because it doesn't have a lid, we kind of turned off the flow. But the shrimp get an ample amount of like topped off water from like when we don't drink all of the water in the cup from the day before, it gets poured into the Neocaridina tank, and there's babies in that tank, and it's a small, like 2.5, 3.5 gallon tank. So that was a nice surprise to get them to breed, and they'll of course need a water change and not just some top offs, but yeah, they're doing good.
With that being said, I do want to do more nature videos. A lot of people, especially when I talk to people when we travel, that's what they enjoy watching the most of mine. They like the aquascaping, but I think they like the nature a little bit more. So I'm hoping to have more professional looking videos of that. I do like the fun ones, but I'm hoping to have really nice outdoor videos for people. So hopefully I can get those. I told Grant I really need to get outside. We're more at home now, and sometimes that can really coop you up. You can get really stressed, really bogged down. So even if it's still work outside of the house, I think it will help us both enjoy nature, breathing it in, and still getting work done at the same time. So it's not a complete waste.
All right, before you go on, Benny. Regarding the shrimp competition, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'm actually talking with one of the two people that are in charge of running basically all of Aquashella now. I'm trying to get things figured out. I have the dates. I got the dates before most people. You also got the dates before most people. Not everything is set in stone exactly, but that is what is probably going to happen for this year. Once I can talk with both of them on a plan for the year, then we'll look into what exactly we're going to do. But it would, in a perfect situation, we do Dallas or Orlando, Dallas, and Jersey as American only shrimp contest, and then we set up something international for Chicago. So that is um, the goal for this year. As soon as I have something set in stone and an agreement, then I can start pushing that and figuring all that out. But last year was like pulling teeth to get people interested into the shrimp contest here. But I do think with an international contest, it might hype things up for people and get them going here again in the United States. If not for this year, for next year.
Donnie says that is it a rockscape or woodscape? So
It'll be a mix of both.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing for this tank for the real tall one. The one on the counter is a rockscape right now, and I'm probably gonna take the wood out. I can't stand it, so it bothers me. Genevieve is hilarious. Just give Myra a handful of food and let her help. Johnny said, "What kind of fruits do you prefer for shrimp? Prefer for shrimp feeding?"
So, I think feeding fruit should be like a treat that you do maybe once a month. I don't think that you should feed fruits regularly. They're high in sugar. Some of them, like the citrus, are high in acid and other things like that. So I really enjoyed watching the shrimp eat the grape, the star fruit, the ones that we've rated and gotten above a 7. If it's fruit you enjoy and you want to watch your shrimp eat a little bit of it, that's great. But the series, the foods that score in like the 9s is maybe a food that you want to consider, and none of the fruits have gotten that high yet. So far, only zucchini has.
Gil Cigar said, "I wish I could skate like Shelby. I still can see that 55-gallon in y'all's house. I couldn't stop looking at it when I visited. Just amazing skills." Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And those are like simple ones too. I love those tanks. Sometimes simple tanks make you happier. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I get better and better. I really want to place in a contest this year. I did last year. I got third finally by myself. That was a big feat for me, especially I'm a little bit more gimmicky, I would say, that a lot of people don't like in the hobby. And I kind of like that style. It might not be, to standards, but I do think it gets you thinking. And I don't know. I'm trying to create art in an aquascape. It might not be the standards that everyone else wants. Kelly said, "There's nothing better to end your Monday than drinking a good hot cup of tea in your shrimp room watching you guys." That is so sweet. Thank you. Shrimp Sanctuary said, "I understand."
Put me to sleep, but it does sound good.
The spending more time thing, but the good thing is time has a unique way of telling us what matters in life. Wish you both a great 2026 and hope to see y'all soon." Yes, I'm excited. Hopefully we get to see you soon, and I hope that you have a wonderful year as well. I was thinking about having some shrimp Pokemon cards made. Would be cool to have info and care instructions on the Pokemon style collectible card set. That'd be so cute.
Yeah, there's Chris Biggs has a bunch of these labels for like isopods that are done like really, really well. So not so much Pokemon cards, but we've been wanting to do something like that. But it's a lot of work, and we've got so many side projects already. Maybe that's a goal for another year.
Crypt Keeper Aquatics. How are you doing, Tim? Said hi, Grant and Shelby. Member for 38 months. Thank you so much.
How you doing, Crip? Looking forward to seeing you at the next Aquashella here in
Yes.
Florida, and then being able to hang out with you afterwards. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, you better be here. Is your sister coming? She's...
And then Nano asked,
will you be getting one of those DJI Osmo cameras? So I have the DJI Action 5. I'm still trying to learn how to use it. It is driving me crazy. I also think that it hasn't been the best. We do have a really nice camera, a Nikon camera for photos. The DJI is more for when we go to shows. I will do more show content of us setting up, and that is also on the list, is to stream more lives on YouTube and TikTok. I don't know if anyone would be interested in Facebook or Instagram. We also are thinking about Kick.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I will be using probably some of the DJI for different videos while I am at a show and I'm putting a tank together. You guys can come watch as I struggle to take care of the baby in Aquascape. You can see how hilarious it is.
I think the DJI though is going to do the best when we go collecting out in the wild and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
but I have tried using it. I've used it on the head mount and a chest mount, and I have not done the best. So I got to figure out how to use it a little bit better. It is mainly for aquascapes and professional. Like my bigger tank in the garage will be full setup tanks, like full builds. So you'll be able to see those. So excited. Tim Sanctuary said, Chicago, here we come. I love Chicago. So I'm very excited for Chicago again. Is there going to be Aquashella in March in Orlando?
yeah, it should be the second weekend of March in Orlando. The only problem with that for us is that's not just a Pasco club meeting day, but it is also Jaden's birthday. So we're going to have to make it up to him and take him to the Andretti go-kart racetrack, and he really enjoes that. So he was
like making
a
it up
little
to me.
bummed out that it was on his birthday, but then as soon as I told him it was right next to the racetrack that he likes to go to, he perked up and he was like, all right, deal. So
yeah, and hopefully lines up with spring break. I haven't looked at it. I know it's on the calendar already. So this is Grant. It's okay. You have pretty good escaping skills as well. Yeah, he I don't know if anyone else follows the Chinese New Year like predictions, but his says that he will be on top for everything, and I'm like he's number one for like it on the top of the list for like a
Number
really
2.
good year. No, you were number one.
No, we were number 2.
I was number 3. You were number 1. And yeah, so definitely number 1. So I said, oh, great. That's how you're going to win every contest this year. I was going to say something. Oh, and I'm excited for Jaden's birthday because last year they went to Andretti and got to go on the go-karts, but I was not able to because I was pregnant with Myra. So I missed out. So I'm excited to do it this year. And I think Jaden will be excited for his mom to be able to race him. He was very sad that I was not able to do it last year. Said I will do my best to drag her on the plane with me. Yes. She's so sweet. Is Tim going to drive to Florida? He shouldn't trust planes. I know. Yeah. But
have you seen his driving lately?
Yeah, I should have done. That took me a second. He just lost. We just lost a viewer. He said, "I'm done watching you guys now. I'm not helping you." Benny said, "Osmo Pocket 3." Yeah, that was a second option. I should have got the smaller one, but I need to learn on a bigger one and then eventually branch out. Living Dream Aquatics, thank you so much. Member for 35 months. So can't believe, been a while. Can't believe 3 years has passed. Thank you. No, thank you.
Welcome back. And
Crazy. What do you mean,
yeah.
welcome back?
This has been a while. So they haven't been here in a while.
No, it's just
No?
been a while that they've been a member. But maybe they've been that. I've seen them in the chat though. Action 5 is next on the list, but I'm holding back till I can justify the purchase instead of sitting. Yeah, I get that. I'm a pro. Are you going to the Aquatic Expo in Charlotte in March?
Yes. So that is the week before Aquashella.
Oh, yeah.
It is a one-day
Yeah,
show. We will be going to that as well. The Aquamania, which is in North Carolina, is the week after that, which is the same weekend as Aquashella. I sadly think I already paid for that booth. I might be wrong. So if that's the case, then maybe Drew or somebody that's up in the area, I can send you a bunch of shrimp and you can just run my booth and sell whatever you want for yourself as well. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out when that comes to it.
Nano said, any idea when Aquashella tickets will be up for sale? I saw them briefly a week or so ago, but it's not showing now.
No, I have no clue when that's going on. I can't. I told you the weekend for Aquashella for Orlando, right? March 14th and 15th. However, I can't give you up more than that. I don't have any other information about the actual show or when tickets are going to be available or the contests are going to be up to enter also. But if everything goes my way, there will be a shrimp contest, a guppy contest, and a betta contest. So you would be able to enter your fish and get in VIP if that is something you are interested in displaying. And it would be cool to do like nano tanks and stuff like that also. Get those going. That would be cool.
Crib said, I invite you to come show me how to drive in the snow better. I was just trying to swim in that lake. Beautiful lake.
Well,
but seriously,
I have zero experience,
thanks.
Tim.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think you'd feel pretty bad if I just showed up and it was like, this is like sugar snow or
sugar
sand.
Sugar snow. It is absolutely nothing like sugar sand. And I absolutely don't want to ever be in the car with you with snow either. Oh, no, thank you. Guppy contest. Yay! Might as well, you know? I mean, enter in some of the nicer ones and just come up with a name. Like, we don't know the difference.
We don't need a name either. It's just going to be pairs.
Yeah,
and
who cares?
It's going to be pretty much similar grading standards to like the shrimp, but body size and shape is going to be.
Ask Bill for their guppy.
Yeah, that's what I've already talked to Brian Skidmore, so we're going to get that pretty much knocked out with them. I should have muted it.
I know
I'm
he
sorry.
would wreck. Stairs to the slide. So my next thing on my list would be to.
We should draw the $25 gift card and then set up another one. We're far into this. What do you do? All right. Fair enough.
Why does it say 0? There we go. All right.
But wait.
Which one do you want?
Well, I was going to let you pick. We did fishing last. You can do bubbles. You can race.
Tell me what I can do.
You can do a fishbowl too.
I like this one. All right, we're going. Well, I'll refresh it one more time.
Oh, one
There we
person
go.
slid
Look
in
at
there.
that. There we go. Look. Congratulations. I said that so loud in the mic. I am so sorry. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure she just commented not too long ago. Just make sure to comment down below that you're still here.
you're gonna have to update your wish list now for the Atlanta Aquarium Society. We'll be speaking. I will be speaking for the Atlanta Aquarium Society on
Okay.
February 7th. I was supposed to
Didn't see
share
it
that
last
today.
time.
She sent me that yesterday, and I forgot all about that. I need to post that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to speaking for that club. It is February 7th. I'm not sure the exact date and location, but next time I will have the link for that. Oh wait.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep the hashtag TGOE. Just enter. We're doing another giveaway for another $25 gift card. So make sure you are entered. Been about a year since I have seen you guys live. You know how life goes. So you were right. Looking forward to getting my tanks back going. Well, I'm glad you're back, and hopefully your tanks do well. And yeah, life is always all over the place. Laura said we are so ready for you to be here.
All right, so I just have the link for the Atlanta Fish Club, so I'm going to share that down here.
Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely. It's been a couple years now. What, COVID? So 2020. So it's been almost 6 years. Holy cow! It felt like it was just like a couple years ago. Wow.
Won't even let me comment on my own video. What's going on?
What are you trying on our own?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying your internet on?
Yeah, everything's on. How am I watching us live?
I mean,
yeah, it's definitely on.
Kelly said, "I'm in North Atlanta. Please share info." Yeah, he's trying to.
I got it. Here we go. It's just being stubborn. So I shared the link down below, so you'll be able to pull up probably next month's talk information. And now's the time to send in any of the pre-orders or anything like that. We can bring up any shrimp isopods, plants, you name it. If it's on the website, we can bring that up for you guys for the talk. We're going to bring a bunch of stuff with us anyways. Really looking forward to going and seeing Zach and Laura's, and then also checking out the Atlanta Aquarium. So I've been there. Shelby and the kids have not. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And I've had multiple opportunities.
Yeah.
And
COVID ruined everything. So
yeah,
we would have gone if it wasn't for COVID. I
literally got COVID when I was supposed to. We were going to. We would probably had to cancel because I got COVID back from when I went to Atlanta. Yeah. Came back with COVID. I would have had to cancel our trip anyways. There's no I wouldn't have been able to go to the aquarium. We might have come and would have stayed in the hotel or something. But man, yeah, that was the first time I got COVID. That was awful. I actually don't get sick that often anymore. I might get a tummy ache or something, but I don't get the flu as much. And Layla it was the first time she's gotten sick this year was recently, and I'm like, I thought we would have been more sick this year. It's a great idea to bring the goodies.
But just let me know if there's something specific you want us to bring, because there's a lot of different options for us, and we're not going to be able to bring everything.
Yeah, we don't.
We usually bring 5 bags of shrimp total and a couple of bags of moss and whatnot when we go to speak for clubs. Atlanta, though, that club is one that we want to visit more often. They have 2 big auctions every year. So Zach,
is that what?
That's what Ryan drives up for, and he just doesn't remind us. So Zach, if you remind me when your club does the auctions, we might just pack up a bunch of styrofoams and drive up there for it.
It's not that far. I mean, you got to realize we drive 6 hours to go to South Florida, so they, 4 hours to Georgia, so 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, the more the merrier at the aquarium too. If you want to join us, definitely
I've
down for that.
not been to the aquarium since I've been into fish. Hopefully, we'll be able to tag along. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be no. Okay, Myra's already been to an aquarium. I thought it was gonna be her first aquarium, but her first was New Jersey.
So the problem with April is I think that's when our big auction is.
Mm.
But I think what happens is yours is like on a Sunday, isn't it?
Spring mega auction.
Yeah.
Remember things
Yeah.
like that.
So we do our auction on a Saturday and then we do their auction on a Sunday. So we leave ours and we
Saturday
drive
night.
up and we just rent a hotel
That
somewhere.
sounds like a lot.
It's a lot, but I think it'll be worth it. Ryan does really well.
Yeah.
So why are you refreshing that?
I don't know.
We got
I
30
was
minutes
just
before we do that. What else is on
Auctions
your
make
goals?
me good money. October 4th is the fall mega auction.
And I think we should be able to
That's
make that. I
already
don't think
planned,
that falls into anything we've got going on.
No
so.
aquashells. No, they're in
Mhm.
September this year. So
Yeah,
that might work.
everything is
October
done
would be
and
more
over
fun.
for us in September.
See, to me, because it's fall time already and going up north a little bit would be nice. Maybe you got some like pumpkin patches or something cool we could go do. We missed everything this year. I did not get to do any of like the things I normally like to do for the holidays.
Just for Halloween. We did the Christmas.
We did do the train for Christmas, but I missed it for Halloween. We didn't get to
We
go to
drove
the pumpkin
around and
patch.
went
We
and-
didn't get to
and-
go to
checked out
Nothing.
lights and everything like that. So
Yeah.
we did our Christmas parties. We had 2 Italian Christmases. It was great.
Yeah, they were really good lasagnas. I'm the only one in the family that really likes lasagna, I think.
I mean, I like a good lasagna. I'm down. What else do you have on your goals?
Nothing important.
What do you mean?
Breeding more turtles. I'm hoping we can breed more turtles so the next year we could go to
I-
Recticon and
I
sell
don't
them.
think any of the turtles are going to be ready to breed next year. I think there are 2 or 3.
None of our turtles we can breed. We only have
But
musk turtles. I
get
want to
more
get
turtles?
turtles so that we can actually breed turtles.
Yeah.
I like musk, but I think there's a couple other turtles we could do that I think would be really successful. I really hate that we can't do diamondback terrapins because we were really doing well with those, and we're really passionate about the diamondback terrapin. So
We
it's
just
very
need-
sad.
We just need to do well enough that in 2 years we get our own property, and then we put enough money away after that we get another property out of state where it's legal, and we buy a terrapin house.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Apple picking in October.
Yeah, I've never picked apples, so I would definitely be down for that.
Oh, I was thinking of your Italian and Christmas feast while I was having ham. I love it. But damn, I love some homemade Italian. Yeah. Which is funny. We ended up having like a whole Thanksgiving feast for New Year's Eve. His friend's girlfriend made us like a huge feast. It was really good. She made her first ever ham, and she did all the works for us. It was very
Dante's
beautiful.
grandma got a ham from like Target for like $8 or
$8.
something like that, and it
$8.
was actually a really good ham. So
We had, of course, 5 of us from our family, and then her and his friend, and then her mom was and grandma was there. So like they all got fed, and they had leftovers. So that's crazy.
got a half a ham at least.
Yeah. Zach said I'm debating on getting some Kaiser newts to breed. Yeah, so we should have had that on both of our lists, should have had breeding the newts out. We have the tanks. We just need to stop putting fish in them instead of the newts that we're supposed to
that
go
isn't
in
a goal. That's just something I'm going to do.
It's a goal because you haven't
no.
done it yet.
No, not that. All right. I've already determined that your G'dayds are getting the eviction notice here soon. As soon as I'm done cleaning tanks and getting the house ready for Jeff,
Your eviction
I'm
notice
moving
is
the-
coming. Who
I'm-
puts
I'm
10
put-
pounds of substrate in a tank like that?
this
You're going to put that into the Florida State Fair? I just
it's
realized.
shifted forward. I don't think you remember. My whole thing fell apart on me.
I really got to rewatch the video too because there's like 10 pounds of there's 20 pounds of substrate
All right.
in that.
In my defense, look how tall the tank is.
Yeah.
And it's a Caradina shrimp tank, so it needs 3 inches for a long year.
Okay.
So it's a Caradina shrimp tank first, Escape second.
I
can vacuum most of that out, so we're good.
I'm hoping that we reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. As long as we put in the work and effort, it's a very big goal, but I really want it, and I'm gonna go for it this year. So please bear with us. And I hope to make you guys happier this year and really put out some content so we can get there. This is asking a lot, but hey, if you don't have big goals, you're not gonna, what is it called? If you don't have big goals, you're just gonna grow small or something. I don't know. It's something like that. Someone else says it really good, and
it's go big or go home.
Yeah, like that. I'm not. It's okay. I really want to hammer into the Breeders Award program this year at our club because we've been wanting to do it for many years. I have plenty of guppies now that are breeding, and the G'dayas are breeding. So hopefully bring some of those. Actually, those need to come to the auction this weekend. There's a little too many in that tank, so getting rid of some of them would be good.
Maybe we bring those, though, to your talk. Our club has a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right. But it's one of those things we've been talking about for many years. I wanted to take over the program, but I realized I just don't have the time, and someone else just offered to put in the work.
And Chris is doing a great job. We just need people to participate now. So I think the competition shit talking needs to come up, and we just got to get a board up there and be like, Chris is the only one. Ryan, do you even breed fish?
Oh, I hope Mike starts to feel better so he can come back and do that. Hoping to hit 10,000 subscribers on TikTok and followers. It sounds a little ridiculous, but when I'm almost to 4K, hopefully just one video takes off and does really well. Hopefully it's not my guppy or my duckweed video that I plan. Maybe it will be, but whatever it takes. And this is real small, but 3,000 on Instagram because I struggle with Instagram. Our business took a long time to get to 3K. So I think 3K is realistic for me and as a goal for this year on Instagram. I think I'm only at not even 1,000 right now. The garage has been absolutely driving me crazy. And this is the year that I want to get that up and running a little bit better. And that's going to be mainly for our bread and butter. So guppy grass will do much better in the garage than anywhere else, I think, with some Neos. So wintertime, I don't have to touch the tubs outside that are kind of struggling, and in the garage will be a little bit better. My guppies have survived really well out there, no problem. And it got a little cold this year without a heater. And they did really well. And I actually had some breeding, and I'm not sure if I bred the guppies or if we bred blueberry tetras. But I did find a baby, and hoping to post that video eventually.
I think it's a blueberry tetra, though, because it doesn't look like the guppy babies that we've got all over the place.
Which is crazy to think about that. It was in a higher KH tank, tap water from the soft water it was originally in. And then they had a bunch of sand and caves in that really beautiful talus cave system I built. They were all they were dug into the sand. So if that's how they breathe, I guess I'm just going to put them in a sand tank with a bunch of rock, which is like Lucas's thing, isn't it? Like a bunch of rocks and sand, and
it most could of have been the moss, though, too.
There's no moss in that tank.
No moss?
No moss in that tank at all.
No moss.
Just rocks and sand. So I think they like the higher pH, KH, and I think they were happy. and which is weird for like a tetra. So, but guppy grass, I'm excited. I love guppy grass. So if I can grow it in my garage with my guppies and my shrimps, I'll be happy. And then last on my list is health is a priority for me this year, and that just means eating better and taking care of myself. I was doing really well before I had Myra, and I was super happy. I had lost the weight. I was getting it under control and felt much better. I could run. I could do things, and going collecting wasn't a problem. And right now, it's been really really hard. So that's a big priority for me as well as my family. Just making sure we exercise and take care of ourselves. And my other big personal goal will be to grow some vegetables of my own. I've always done gardening, and it's a big, big part of me and my mother. And should not have brought up my mother. I can't. Can you take over? That was it.
All right. So it was a lot of fun at Lucas's house yesterday. He's got a lot of fish that he's got going on, and able to do a really good video and put together that. He's always got all different kinds of projects, and it's quite motivating and whatnot to bounce ideas off of one another. And he's got a different way of going about things, and I definitely put some consideration into the amount of effort and time that we put throughout the house and how much work we got to do. So anything that I can do this year to make things a little bit easier on us, I've got to take care of that. And so that's why at the top of my list is getting those Neocaridina tubs up and running and get them ready for wholesale, because doing the orders inside and the retail and everything like that, it is nice to get paid full price for the shrimp and be able to make a living off of that. But wholesale days where we just catch 1,000 shrimp and put them into one box is definitely a lot less work and more rewarding financially. So we're gonna have to set ourselves up to be able to do that and get something going with something very similar to what Corey and Aquarium Co-op has. And speaking of that, oh, how did I forget that? I've literally been saving it for the live stream.
Johnny said, if you can breed turtles, that's going to make you happier than anything you breed. Yeah. We've bred turtles. Most of our Diamondback terrapins are ours, and it's just so rewarding. It's so cute. We love turtles so much, and the terrapins were our favorite.
I like turtles.
I love turtles. Garcia said, guys, the Reptile Expo is back at the fairgrounds February 14th and 15th.
I don't think that's the same one. There's like 4 or 5 reptile shows that go in that exact same venue. The one that we do, though, is the only one that supports aquatics. So, and I think that one's the same time of the year around Layla's birthday. So we've got 3 kids, and I think there's 3 shows this year that fall on their birthdays. So
thanks for the tip, Matt.
Got a box here, and I gotta say, there's 2 companies that go above and beyond for a lot of the fish clubs, a lot of the shows, and Corey is definitely one of those. Almost every show we go to, there's a sample of his foods or one of his mini filters, or his bags are donated for the little handouts for VIPs and stuff like that. But take a look at this packaging with the plants, the tetras. All 4 sides of this box are, I don't know at the bottom, the bottom is not decorated, but the top is also decorated. The tape is decorated with his logo. Just some phenomenal boxing. I already know what's in here because we got a little shipping notice of it coming on the way. So it wasn't really a surprise, except when you see a box on the way, it is a good little surprise. So
he said it'll be a video you hate the most that takes a hot The one video I did really, like, I took so much time on it, and I was like, oh man, this just looks like really good film. It's high quality, and then it did so bad, and I was like, no, not the one I wanted.
All right, so yeah, Lucas also got a box, and I stole the sticker. He said I could have it. I didn't steal it,
You
but
stole it.
I'm so happy I took
Oh.
it. But this one is definitely for you. It
nice.
threw in a little killy, and a little fun fact for the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society, you had to guess what the fish was, and all you got to see, was like that, and you had to guess what kind of fish it was, and I got it right. Like, how do I get that right? Like, that's all the fish that you can see, and I got it right. Of course, Shelby got it right too. But yeah, that's crazy. So this is awesome. So this is a massive container. We've got the smaller containers of the Nano Magic feed, and it's now the Magic Small Fish feed. We got it early on before he had to change the name. So it's the same food, just a different name. But we were feeding this exclusively to our guppies, our endlers, and any of our fry food or needing powdered foods. We're getting this food, and it was phenomenal. Did a really good job. We were getting baby guppies everywhere. The only thing that I've really mixed into the guppy and endler diet is his brine shrimp eggs. And those brine shrimp eggs are the only ones I've been able to hatch. I need to get a new hatchery, as I mentioned before.
Richard said he has it.
And then these guys, this is a big pack too. These are the Easy Shrimp and Snail Shells. It's 100 packer. So these will definitely be used for our tubs outside. But we've been using them for some of the tanks inside. They last a long time. The shrimp are on them constantly. They do, however, increase the hardness of the water. So I'm not using them for any of the Caridina tanks, but the Sulawesi tanks, they really eat them up. Oh, they don't disappear very fast, but they're on them. The snails are on them, and some of our Neo tanks inside. But I really like throwing these, especially when we travel and we go away on vacation. Put one of these into each one of the tubs outside, and the shrimp are good for the entire trip. And I don't have to worry about reducing breeding or anything like that. And it's got a bunch of calcium and mineral content in it to help with, I knew the spirulina was in it, to help with growth and shell molting. So that's really cool. Happy I took Lucas's Fly River Turtle sticker, though. So now we both got some of our favorite stickers. But thank you so much, Corey. I doubt he's watching. Maybe one of his many associates will see this and let him know about it. But
it's so cool.
Incredible packaging, I should say.
So cool.
And I
we
love
let
the
our
foods.
Daughter draw on our boxes once in a while. You know, we're getting there.
I love the foods, and so the fact that you can get them in the bulk containers is really nice.
You know, it would have been funny if you had a green screen and it would just be like the food floating and your head floating. Matt says, I'm hoping once I finalize a few things on the new fishfam.link to integrate TikTok, which I found out last year I could do just like YouTube. That's cool. That's really cool. Because I know there's a lot more people.
Well, you'll have
TikTok
to do
Live.
TikTok and Kick once we start doing that also. So you'll need to figure that one out, or have Steven and Jenna do it.
Oh no, Mike said I lost my outside guppies in the first night, mid-30s a few months ago. Yeah, outside.
That also
Always.
happened to us.
Always.
This year we did not get the rabbit snails in time, and I didn't notice that it was cold outside until we were already on our way to a trip, and I was like, dang, I should have been catching rabbit snails all day yesterday. I had no idea that it was going to get that cold so early in the
rabbit snails are
season
still alive.
last year.
It's still freaking me out.
Outside?
Yeah, there's still a few alive.
Why didn't you tell me this? I need to go out there and save them.
Yeah.
That's my project tomorrow.
Well, they survived the coldest nights. I think they're okay. I just don't understand how they did it.
They got to be
I think
suffering. I got to go get them.
Buried themselves is what happened and why they survived.
We did have some survive over winter last year, but
it's only in the tubs that have like substrate that actually is thick enough, like that red tub. They're in there, like they They must have been able to bury themselves and been fine.
What red tub?
The
The red cherry
orange,
tub.
and Caridina shrimp.
No, there's no gravel in there.
There's gravel in there.
No gravel.
There's gravel in there. I scoop it up every time I scoop up shrimp. Don't tell me there's no gravel in there.
Why are you catching shrimp out of that tank?
I'm trying to cull out the reds because we put orange in there.
All right, fair enough.
That's ridiculous.
No
Thank you so much, Jeff Kane,
way.
for gifting 20 Garden of Eater memberships.
Jeff Kane, the legend. Thank you so much.
I don't have my shrimp gun out.
Oh,
Make
man.
a mess.
We got to
get a
do
new
something.
one. No.
All right. Screw it.
Jumping jacks?
that would be.
You would be cleaning
That would
out.
smell so bad for so long. Jeff Miyoki would come over here and be like, "Why does it smell like fish
Oh, yeah.
feed?" Like,
I'd be like, oh, and they said their house was clean.
it'd make a great clip though.
Thank you so much. Anyone who got gifted a membership from the lovely Jeff Kane, make sure to email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com. And as soon as we get the newer stickers in, I will be going through that whole list. I know there's a bunch of you waiting for our actual membership stickers. I'm redoing the designs so we have new ones, especially for some of those members who have, been with us for quite some time who would like it. It's my sticker.
You wait to peel it and put it on when you're ready. These are nice stickers, and she's just
playing with it.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't mean to take away from the big moment here. I just can't believe she's playing around. Here, fidget with this.
Oh yeah, expensive stuff.
Thank you so much,
Easy
Jeff.
green
You
and food.
are greatly appreciated here. Thank you.
I gotta read all this stuff. Sorry. Well,
Hashtag
sorry,
TGOE.
Oh yeah.
Get in on that $25 gift card. Also want to mention we do have a sale going on the website for another 2 more days. Everything's buy 5 get 2 free, discounted prices to celebrate that we got 70,000 subscribers. And I just want to remind everybody that this buy 5 get 2 free deal only comes around during the holidays. So after this week, you will not see it again until Halloween. Black Friday sales start next year. This year.
Later this year. Matt said Kick's just not near as popular as YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, it's more of like a gamer streaming platform, but there has been a lot of different people using it because I think you get a little bit more money on it. Like
Kick pays out a lot better. They take the least amount of donation money out of anything else.
Even YouTube?
Yeah. I think Kick is only 20%. YouTube is 30%. I might be wrong on that. But also, I don't know why, but Kick does a lot better job at notifications. So once people are actually subscribed or following you on Kick, every time you go live, you will get an alert.
I still get an alert for the person that I don't like.
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh gosh, he's alive.
I think Kick is trying to do a better job than YouTube for its streamers. Twitch is also good, but I think Twitch is like strictly gaming, where there's other people doing other stuff on Kick already that I think we could do aquascaping, and some of these gamers might stop and be like, "What is this though? What game is this?"
You didn't have your phone last night, so when I went live on TikTok, I accidentally hit buttons and I invite people by accident. Well, they usually do accept it for some reason. I don't know what TikTok is. I'm old. I don't get it. I'm embarrassed. But the person didn't know what an aquascape was. And so they're just staring at it. I was like, hi, I'm so sorry to invite you. This is my aquascape. And they were like, that's real plants. I'm like, yeah. So I reached in and grabbed it and they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. And they're like, it's okay. Have a good day. So I'm going to convert someone, I should, you know what I should do is if I get invites or do that by accident, I should just get a cloak and put it on and be like, "Welcome to the aquascaping cult. You must conform."
Yeah.
Viral. Jeff, member for 43 months. Insane. Said, congrats on the 70K. Thank you so much. And thank you all here that continuously watch us every week. I think it's the same 42 of you, honestly, every single week. And we love you guys so much and appreciate you. 41 now. But really do appreciate you guys. You keep us here, keep us coming back and motivated to do better and realize we are not doing enough. And hopefully this year we can knock it out of the park and really, really give back to our members and make it worth it for you guys. So thank you for bearing with us as we navigate this whole world of YouTube and streaming and content.
And I hope to see some of you when we start streaming on the other platforms. I will go crazy when I notice some of these names in the middle of a Kick stream in the future. Promise you.
Oh yeah, because he watches a lot of gamers on that, and it's just so funny. Like, oh, I don't know what it was the other day, but it was like W's in the chat, which is like such a gaming thing and not Fish Family thing, which we should make it a thing. But it's just so different the way they react, the way they talk. They're very like almost like a game, you know? And
but I think Kick is a little bit more lenient on some things. And like I was talking to Lucas about this. I do get a little bit more chatty when I start to drink a little bit and stuff like that. So
shut up.
I might do some streams in the future where I think YouTube would kick me off if they saw any labeling or anything like that, where Kick would not mind the shenanigans and everything else that I would have going on during some of the scaping and whatnot. So I've got like some other dreams that I've always wanted to do, and maybe I do those on the Kick live streams and stuff. But chances are, though, I'll probably use StreamYard to stream on both YouTube and Kick, and then maybe we do TikTok too or something like that on a different phone or something like that. But I think what we need, though, is like a separate monitor screen to read comments. Like, can we bring YouTube up on the TV so I can read it there instead of there, so it's bigger for me because I'm getting old? And then we do the same thing in the garage so you could read comments from like 2 different platforms.
I'm lucky to figure out how to get my phone to work.
Well, that's the direction.
Plus,
where
I
we
also
need
need Wi-Fi in the garage because it's not been working very well. The storm knocked me off 3 times. Yeah, it sucked. Matt said, if you're an Android user, you can get notifications from FishFam Link. You can also get web notification on FishFam Link. Not to toot my own horn, but toot. If it lands on Laura or I spin it again, we're about to have a bunch of shrimp in February. Yeah, you definitely got lucky, and we're already going. So
I was also like, what do you want for the knife and pot set? You know, so if you want money or if you want more shrimp or whatever, like I was planning on hooking you up with whatever you wanted already.
Zach said TikTok is hard. I'm young and feel old when I use it. Yeah. Like some of the things, like I learned how to do like the stupid videos that people like overlay and do. I got some of the other things that are Crips that I don't understand TikTok either. So a lot of things I've been improving on, but it's just getting into the algorithms a lot harder. Your first few videos, they will, especially if people like it, they'll push it to platforms. But unfortunately, it seems like TikTok really wants you to pay for your views. So I'm at that point right now that every other video that I have is my own video, and it says suggested promotion. Spend $30 on this video and you'll get 130,000 views, which is very tempting, but I don't want to be spending money on it right now when I just don't have the money to be spending on TikTok, and it's not going to be, I'm not going to make that money back and no time soon. So, I don't know. It's one of the harder ones to do. I feel like Instagram, the ball's rolling, it just takes time. Where YouTube, it's the same thing. You just got to get that ball rolling and it slowly snowballs.
We need to take advantage of
It
the cold
takes
months
forever.
now. We got like 2 to 3 months where we really need to knock out as much content as possible, and then just try to keep it going throughout the summer. It's hard, but if we can maintain decent numbers throughout the summer and then come back again in November, when the numbers start to pick up, I think we can hit 100 grand next year.
Kelly said, I'm a newbie to your channel, my second time watching, but have watched a lot of your content. Aw, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Well,
Hopefully
welcome.
we keep you around and we don't bore you. We
And-
always take suggestions as well. Like if you ever want to comment on videos, suggest, well, I'd really like to know about this or do a video on this. We definitely are open to suggestions, even if it's just a live stream topic.
This is your last chance at hashtag TGOE. We're going to be signing off here in a second. But when it comes to suggestions, especially comment on the Shrimp Chef series. We're going to be taking comments and suggestions and then adding you onto the videos. So whoever recommended or just commented cucumber, your name and comment will be in a future video when we do cucumber. So if you're the first person to comment something we haven't done in the future, we're going to start doing that and giving shout outs, taking suggestions. It's not just going to be fruits and vegetables. It's going to expand to sherbets and pot pies and other things coming soon once we link up with Zach. So
Zach said, I missed it. Y'all Lisa motivate me to get my stuff together with my setup since we started watching 2 years ago. That means a lot. Chevy says, you both have a lot on plate. I don't know how you do it. We could put more. We need to work for it. Thank you, though. Shelby Grant needs to do a TikTok dance, make him. I have tried. I've tried to get him on some of them. But, yeah. I saw a dude live streaming his fish. And, yep. We've seen that person. There's actually a YouTuber that does that. What's it?
I don't know. I watched him for a while. I can't remember his name. My problem is YouTube sucks so bad at like keeping up
have to do that.
and notifying, and I just lose everybody that I was watching and whatnot. So I'm always so busy when a lot of people are streaming with the kids. Like now the kids should be in bed, but after dinner it's playing volleyball with Layla and the baby and stuff like that. It's when most of the people are live streaming and stuff.
It's about like 60 something filters. I know it's
no,
at least
that was
60.
like 80.
Yeah.
We had like 87 because we got 76 just for Shelby's
Mind
fish
you,
room, and
they're
then we
doing
got
great.
a couple extra ones for some bigger tanks in that mix.
Stephen P said, what kind of views would you be buying anyway if they can prove it's engaged viewers and not bots? Yeah, see, I just don't understand it, so I just wouldn't waste my money on it. It's, there's a lot that will try to convince you, and then it is just bots. Yeah. Oh, lady LRB, thank you for joining us. It was so wonderful to spend the day with you yesterday. I absolutely missed her and wish I could spend more time with her. Said glad you guys made it home safely. It was great seeing you.
I'm sorry I wasn't the best at keeping an eye on Myra.
Terrible.
I felt so bad.
Oh, man. I just can't wait to see you again. My tip for Shelby is to get a better co-host. It's not. It's so funny.
All right, let's draw this because then we
All
got to
right.
make sure that the person's here to take it.
You haven't done the pistachio shell substrate. Wasn't that your goal for last year?
I don't know if I said this on live, but I found a worm in my pistachio bag and it kind of
Ew.
put me off and I stopped eating pistachios.
I forgot.
And then I gave him a second chance and then back-to-back worms.
That was too loud.
Ah.
All right. Boop, 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 doo, doo. Let's go. Wait, how do you do this?
So I haven't had pistachios for a while.
Oh, there we go. I forgot it was here. Let me just refresh it just one more time.
And it's
All
the good
right,
brand
look
too.
at
It's
that.
not a cheapo one.
A puffer fish.
Jonathan
G,
G.
congratulations.
Well deserved. He's in here all the time. Congratulations, Jonathan G. I put money that he's still here.
Zach and Grant do a TikTok dance together. That'd be so funny. Don't end the sale yet. Let it keep going a little longer.
For you, Johnny Best, I'll honor it, but I've got to change those prices in a couple of days.
You can throw Jeff. Extra protein, Grant. For what? I don't know what that was for, but that's funny. Let's see if Jonathan's in here.
Yeah, he said, woohoo.
Woohoo.
So
Congrats.
anybody that put money against me, you owe me money for that one. I won. I said I'd put money on it. So
on what?
that Jonathan G is still here.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew that was a safe bet.
I don't want to do a TikTok dance stuff. There's some really cool ones. There's one recently that I've just been like, I wish I could do this, but like there's no purpose of it on my channel, but I just love it. But all right.
I said shrimpers don't dance. We just pull up our pants and do the rock away.
Shrimper.
And lean back. There you go. That should be enough for everybody.
Oh, I eat vinegar and salt pistachios. Maybe that kills the worms. Maybe. I mean, they ate it so many times without worms. Maybe you ate worms.
No.
You weren't paying attention.
No, I'm pretty good at opening them
You're
up
gross.
and looking
You ate
at
worms.
them. Nope. Nope.
Do the rock. We definitely need to spend some more time together this year. Myra was great to spend time with too. Yeah, she was a lot. she got to see how stubborn my child is and very determined, which is great, but you know, not for my hair and my sanity. So I was definitely struggling, but yes, I cannot wait to hang out with Sarah more. I have to make it a goal. That is on the list now for 2026 goal, because best person ever. I just get along with her so well. But anyways, let's go.
All
Have a
right.
good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Toop Dog and Jeff Kane, for gifting those memberships, and Living Dream Aquatics for joining us again, member for 35 months, and Tim for member for 38 months. I know a lot of you have been members with us for a very long time, and we really appreciate you. Hope to make you very proud this year and make some good content. And it reminded me much of why Wesley was an only child.
Yeah, if she was our first one, she might have been one and done. I doubt it though, because I hated being an only child so much.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have happened.
It's
But
still,
if she was our second child, I don't think we would have had a third.
yeah. But thank you guys so much. If you guys have any suggestions on any live streams that you want to know about, let us know in the comments below. And you have a wonderful night. And thank you again.
Happy New Year. We'll see you next week.